William Shakespeare was an English poet and playwright, widely regarded as the greatest writer in the English language and the world's preeminent dramatist. His plays have been translated into every major living language and are performed more often than those of any other playwright. Baz Luhrmann's Romeo and Juliet. This is the first time Romeo and Juliet meet.
Stars, without you, my soul cries. Even God is full of the aching, 'cause I'm kissing you.
William Shakespeare wrote poetry and drama in iambic pentameter. Here is a short video explaining what that is.
Iambic pentameter, the beat of the 16th century. Behind every poem is the beat, a cadence of words in a patterned sequence. Most listeners consider it pleasant to hear or read words wrapped around a common, unified structure. The iambic pentameter is the beat of most Elizabethan sonnets and plays. Common to both English and Germanic poetry, iambic pentameter is essentially one short syllable followed by a longer syllable. This is called an iambic foot. Pentameter means that each line is composed of 5 feet. Shakespeare put the form to use in many of his writings, including the sonnet 18.
Shall I compare thee to a summer's day?
It's very well suited to the English language. The fact is that we speak in iambic. If we don't speak in iambic pentameter, we speak in iambic. It is the rhythm of the English language. It's wonderful for actors because, of course, it allows them to memorize. And it's wonderful for kids because one of the things that we do in our education programs is we allow them to tap out the beat. And they can feel it, and they can hear it, and they can understand the underlying rhythms to the English language. And of course, then they can then play with it. I mean, iambic pentameter is something also to play with, and so we often get, hip-hop Midsummer Night's Dream and hip-hop Romeo and Juliet. But that's because the kids feel comfortable with iambic pentameter, and then they can branch out and start experimenting.
And its form still survives with us today, as that gentle New England poet Robert Frost illustrated in his poem Mending Wall.
Something there is that doesn't love a wall, that sends the frozen ground swell under it, and spills the upper boulders in the sun, and makes gaps even two can pass abreast. The work of hunters is another thing